People's lives are getting faster every day, and with all the constant filtering information, everyone is constantly having to take out their phones for menial tasks. Nobody stops to consider a more concise way of data transfer until now.
Hello, we are When Sushi Attacks, and this is Loci.
Loci allows users to share data based on a physical gesture. It lets people interact physically to link digitally, much like the sneaker nets of old, using only a phone, a compatible smartwatch, and a physical action, a fist bump.
Hold on. Yep, there we go. So let's see. How many people here use or own a smartwatch? Okay, that's a fair few of you. Cool. So we've ended up building this on Pebble. We've got this lovely fancy algorithm going, which we're currently implementing, which uses 12 different variables, which tracks the velocity, orientation, current location, and a bit of sea fairy dust in order to detect when one pebble fist bumps with another. When this happens, the mobile apps will transfer data between themselves directly without the need for an internet connection. So the majority of our project, we've spent time building out little kind of the little algorithm itself, but we do actually have a little demo to show it off. Can you hold it? Right, cool. Let's see if this works. Can we switch to the camera, please?
You need to tell.
I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can see here, if we can, there you go. So it says bump devices. So if I bump this with, hold on. There we go. Cool. It says, yay, you bumped with Molin for a second there. So the... And in fact, I believe if we log in here and give it a second, it should give us the data that we just transferred. Hold on. There we go. Sweet. So, well done. Slight wrong way. So, in practice, we're going to hand over to. In practice, the app generally will automatically log any lists and locations you pick up from other users on your travels, and will automatically give you notifications when you arrive at specific locations. This could be either an open location, or a general location, or a private user-specific location.
There are three classes of information: open, general, and private. Open info will be hard-coded into the app and provide data such as local history and events. General info can be set by users and organizations. They carry data set by the user and sponsored messages, for example, a special offer, and are only identified when they are shared. Private info is user set. They can only be shared to users on a set list and can be used to share private data over a network, for example, the location of a party.
Cool. So let's give you a quick example. So let's say a user meets another user and they fist bump. The first user will automatically share all public info they found with the second, as well as any private notes and locations that user has access to. That user can also share contact information with each other, making this an extremely powerful tool for networking.
The app at the moment only runs on Pebble and iOS, but we are planning on expanding out to other platforms. Another way of expanding the app from here includes an API to allow external apps to implement our data using the app to act, for example, as a check-in system. Additionally, we have plans to add a compass on the wearable to direct people to selected locations, or even the ability to track how far a message has travelled. We have a unit testing framework in place and aim to implement full testing on the algorithm. More expansions can be requested by users later on and then implemented based on need or popularity.
We have been Loci. Thank you all for listening. Are there any questions?
While we're still here and we've got a little bit of time, I'm fairly sure she's watching. Hi, Mum.
Is Mum watching?
Probably.
No, I don't think she is.
Aww.
Joking, I think she is.
I know my mum is.
Yeah, definitely mine.
A big shout out to the mums and dads who have come and Mums and dads. Good job. Questions?
I want to know how the communication's done, but once you've fist bumped, and how does it connect and send the data? What technologies are you using for that?
So this is currently an iOS-specific API, but we've been working on a port to Android. It's something called multi-peer connectivity, which basically allows you to automatically set up a local Wi-Fi network or Bluetooth connection between two devices and then stream data between them.
How hard was it to get the fist bump detection working? So how long... Oh,
I
look
will
at
put
that
this in
reaction.
I will put this in context. I have battle scars from when we were testing this.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, the sensitivity for the first couple of days was particularly off, so we ended up kind of accidentally punching each other a lot. But outside of that, yeah, I'm fairly sure we're all still friends.
For those of us without smartwatches, would you be able to implement the same motion detection on phones? So if you were holding your phone in your hand and you fist bumped, it would detect that?
There's actually a company who ended up doing this in, I think, 2006 called Bump. They ended up going out of business, unfortunately, but yeah, we definitely like to be able to implement similar functionality if possible.
I can just imagine this shaking up business networking meetings when you're just like, yeah, fist bump me to share my business card.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you, judges. Is that we all done? Fantastic.
Lovely,
well done, guys.